Two critical meetings were held yesterday in Statehouse. But I later see journalists and other political analysts paying attention to the second meeting, and they pursued the angle of local leaders skipping that meeting. But in this podcast, I want to show you the intrigues behind that uproar by the likes of Moses Kuria about them being left out in a State House meeting. It is part of a covert scheme to divert the attention and hide the truth of what exactly transpired in the house on top of the hill. Welcome to the Bold Analysis. I want to show you these photos. The photos you are seeing in your screen are photos where two communities, or rather two camps, met in State House, and that was highly facilitated by the State House team. Kajiado North Member of Parliament Elijah Memusi led a delegation from Kajiado Central constituency, and rather from Kajiado County, to meet the president. And Laikipia North, Sarah Korere was also representing another team from her constituency. And these two meetings were purely campaign meetings. What the State House did not want the country to know, or rather to think and talk about, was these meetings. Because I've tried to look at, I've actually got this nod from some of the attendees there, who said that when they were called for State House meeting, they were told that they were going to talk about development in their areas, in their constituencies. And of course, they were to talk about development, but that was not a structured manner. So when they arrived in State House, you can see from the tents and from the sitting arrangements that we are seeing there, they found their colleagues. When the guy I talked with was from Kajiado, they found their colleagues that also come from Laikipia. So all those are from the pastoralist communities of the Maasai. So this was an organized meeting, and this was part of the mobilization strategy that was used in 2022. Remember in 2022, when the country was asking why the official residence of the president was converted to be a campaign theater. And so that is the same strategy that has been employed and is going on there. So as you can see, the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was missing in that event. He was not part of it. And other leaders who were actually there was Nyeri Senator Kamatinga. You can see Dagoretti North MP John KJ Kiarie. And you can see Mukami, the women rep from Nyeri County, amongst other members of parliament that were present. So that is what transpired there. Now, what has attracted the attention of many, and the journalists have been asking since yesterday, if you look at this photo, President Ruto was addressing the audience. And at this moment, no video has been released on what was his speech, or rather that speech was not shared. But of course, the attendees listened to the president, and they're saying it was full of 2027 campaign. Why you need to support me, you need to support my re-election in 2027. So it's come a bit early, but they say those meetings in State House mirror the 2017, the 2022 meetings that were being held in Karen. The only difference is now the venue, but the messaging is all about. And remember, when the president was talking, the cameras were not there. They were off. And so that was not shared. There's only this one video that Statehouse shared. And this is the video of Elijah Memusi praising Elijah Memusi Kanchori praising the president, and according to him what the president had gotten right.
Ambayo umeonyesha ya kwamba utabadilisha nchi. Ya kwanza, Your Excellency, the affordable housing ambayo unaleta. Mimi nilisimama bungeni nikapinga kwa sababu wakati hiyo tulikuwa tunalimana na wewe. Lakini unajua ukweli lazima usemwe. Your Excellency, this is a visionary project that you introduced to this country. One, in terms of food security, Your Excellency, we are misusing land by constructing everywhere. With the affordable housing, this will bring some sense of food security to this country. Your Excellency, pia mambo ya employment to our many unemployed. The housing project will really help solve the unemployment issue in this country. There are many benefits to this project. So I want to tell you, Your Excellency, hiyo ikikuja tena idiskasiwe mahali popote, count me as one of your soldiers. I've also talked about the online working of the youth and many opportunities that you've opened up. Your Excellency, you've been shuttling outside this country to open up opportunities for the unemployed in this country. For very many years, Kenyans know that people from this country have been suffering mainly in Saudi Arabia and other countries. Our people, because of desperation of jobs, have been going outside the country na wamekuwa wakitesewa huko. Katika serikali yako, Your Excellency, you have brought a framework ambayo ina safeguard wale ambao wanaenda kufanya kazi huko nje. And this is a problem, Your Excellency, that has been with us for a very long time. So we are not just here because we want to be in your party. We are here because we've seen you have the vision. We've seen that you will be able to change this country. The fact that also, Your Excellency, unaongea ukweli. Unasema, as a country, let us live within our means. Nobody has ever told Kenyans the truth. We've been borrowing to live a life that we cannot afford. Your Excellency, hapo shikilia. Tuko hapo na wewe. We will support you.
Mimi nimekuja na watu wangu, kwamba watu wangu niliwapoteza na nikaambiwa turudi. Lakini ile kitu wengi hawakujua ni kwamba mimi nilikuwa Azimio physically, but my soul was in UDA. Now I've come to reconcile my soul and my body and my mind. That's why I'm here. And Your Excellency, ukiona pia nimekuja na Mheshimiwa Kaparo, unajua maneno sasa ni sawa sawa.
This is what we are talking about. That much of that State House meeting was convened on a campaign platform. William Ruto is back in the campaign trail and is campaigning. That is it. So the question as to why that video was not leaked out, why that video was not shared, is because they didn't want the public to get what was said. Because what was to be discussed there was actually 2027 political campaign. After that, when they left, they were given some stipend. Of course, as the norm, it is not something new. They were given a stipend to take home. Now after that, this meeting happened. A host of leaders went and again met the president. And in this meeting, it was Kiambu leaders, the governor, the Kiambu governor, Wamatangi, Rebel MP Wamushomba was missing. And also Moses Kure is saying he's one of the senior members of Kiambu County who is in cabinet and was not there. But if you want to know what really was discussed there, you need to look at what Kimani Ichung'wah shared. And is the person that coordinated this meeting, but he was not here. He shared State House Nairobi meeting with Kiambu MPs on matters developments in Kiambu County, from our roads infrastructure water, electricity, connectivity, ICT hubs, markets, and affordable housing projects, kazi mpango. So allegedly these MPs had gone to sort some development. Even by mere fact, if you compare the two, who is looking for development? Between those MPs, na wale wenye wanabebwa wote, if you carry the whole group, are all those people being able, are they able even to have a discussion with the president about what's supposed to be done? So that is a confirmation that the previous meeting I was telling you, indeed what the attendees are saying, it was a political rally. So, then after that, when the Kiambu, this meeting, there is an agenda that has been created around the absence of Moses Kuria. Moses Kuria reacted, and I don't buy his take, but I just want to tell you it's part of diversion, because Moses Kuria was asking, why is it that he's a member of parliament from, not a member of parliament, he's a cabinet member from Kiambu and was not invited. This is what he shared. It is wrong to keep calling meeting of Kiambu leadership without the only CS from Kiambu County. No such a meeting with EMC meetings would happen without Kipchumba Murkomen. I think he's talking about Elgeyo Marakwet. Now, let me tell you something. This is not the official Twitter handle of Moses Kuria. This is not the official. So this was created by some fellows around to try to create that twist. And they want the country to talk about that meeting. That Kiambu meeting, it was just there. I've also seen, I even saw Mutahi. If I want to tell you, the state is just winning the attention so that the country might think about that. But the real thing is they want to hide what happened even before this meeting. Mutahi Ngunyi is responding saying, my friend Moses Kuria kangumu, and while at it, lobby for a higher state honor. You have HSC. This is the honor given to Githeriman and Pauline Njoroge, the one who likes Facebook. You have done more for country than the two. You deserve EGH, CBS or something. So you can see the discussion, this agenda being created about Moses Kuria raising issues with not attending that meeting. But that's not even the point. Let me just add something on this meeting. The reason why this meeting is causing all this discussion is on Sunday, when Rigathi attended a church service in Kiambu, there was a clash between Wamatangi and the other leaders from Kiambu, and Rigathi announced there that he was planning to convene a meeting of Kiambu leaders so that they can iron out those issues.
I learned great lessons in this great county of Kiambu. So it pains me a lot when I see our leaders tearing each other. It pains me. I want once more, I called the governor, I called the MPs, I called the MCAs, and I tried to put them together so that we have peace and we have development in this county. This county is very important to President William Ruto and I. It is this county that gave us the highest number of votes in the Mount Kenya region. And this county has every right to benefit from the government of President William Ruto. Lakini hiyo maendeleo haitapatikana kama viongozi tutaigia kupigana na kurubana. Nimeomba viongozi wetu once more, I'll call you once more.
But before Rigathi would call his meeting, I think Kimani Chungwa jumped the queue and lobbied the team to Statehouse. So that is the only thing about it. But from what I want to tell you guys, Ruto is on a campaign trail. He's back in the campaign, and they didn't want the public to pay attention to it. That is why that discussion of that Kiambu meeting, it has no influence. By the way, I've always wondered, so if MPs meet the president, if that is the modus operandi for Kenya Kwanza, then will it mean that all these constituencies, all these counties will have MPs are going to sit with the president and seek development? If Kiambu is doing that, then William Ruto will have to sit with the MPs in all the 47 counties to go and seek development. Some of these things, you even look at them and you're like, what's this? You know, these are just people sitting there to discuss how they can be able to outdo Wamatangi. That is simple. It doesn't require anything. It doesn't require any magic. Then it is being called as development. If it is development, then see, where is it that the other ministers are not there? Man, I'm telling you sometimes the more ile Kikuyu MPs wanajifanya karibu na Ruto, that I don't know, just too much. Ruto is back in the campaign trail, and he was campaigning using those resources in Statehouse, and he didn't want the public to say. That is why even they didn't want the public to pay attention. Remember, those two meetings happened, and the only one that people have talked about is the Kiambu leaders meeting, and because Moses Kuria skipped. That is not the first time he's meeting those Kiambu leaders. He even met them last year. Moses Kuria was not there. Even regarding, I've met Kiambu leaders. Moses Kuria have not been part of those meetings. So that discussion of Moses Kuria, for me, it's not there. It's just part of the diversion tactic. What is happening here? Ruto has realized the scorecard pitch is dead on arrival. You will not go back to tell the country what you've done because they have not seen it. They will not see it. They will not agree with you on it. So that is why he has decided to that mobilization. And I think the state forums, the State House forums, have been hatched because the rallies are proving to be very fertile. Because you attend a rally, it is a very low reception. The mayor looks at it. At some time last year, there was even heckling, violence. Remember, there was even violence in Bomet, and violence, heckling in Bomet, and some other heckling in Nakuru, and also in Kericho. So I think he's moving away from it, and will want to create the ground. From what I'm seeing here, he's trying to, he will start with this, then go back to the rallies. Number three, I think the president and Kenya Kwanza is realizing that Raila could be regrouping to make a political comeback in 2027. And that means he has to prepare for a very serious pushback. You cannot underestimate the fact that Raila could be making a political comeback. And so all these twists were being done so that the country did not talk about state resources being used to play politics. Thank you.